This is Cybermetal 2012 in 5 minutes. Cybermetal is the latest role playing game from Adam Vass of World Champ Game Co. And it's incredible. It's incredible. It's ridiculous how good this game is. I mean, first of all, let me just put this back up here. I love the format, right? This is a beautiful hardcover. It's got the horizontal layout to it, and the whole thing is just gorgeous. I can possibly do it justice by flipping through the pages like this for you, but Adam has put so much work into making Cybermetal the game that it is that it has to be celebrated. So, what is Cybermetal? It is a role playing game that takes place in Pentagram City, a fictional city in an alternative history that Adam created where basically a metal band became incredibly popular. They brought about a ritualistic sacrifice of President Reagan. In doing so, it's created a rift in dimensions, and hell came forth into the world. There was a war between the U.S. government and demons of hell. It all took place in this city that sort of got walled off and sort of separated then and quarantined from the rest of the world, Pentagram City. The demons win the war, and now we find ourselves in Pentagram City, a place that is sort of stuck in time. It will feel familiar to you if you grew up in like the 90s. There's going to be a lot of vibes in terms of like the tech levels and the cultural touchstones of like the 80s and 90s. Certainly we get into the 2000s, but like tech kind of slows down once you get walled off from the world around you. When I say world off, I mean like literally it's called a firewall because it's the impenetrable fires of hell that have blocked Pentagram City off from the world. If I haven't sold you on the game already, I don't know what will, but let me tell you how the game is played. It's a D100 system, so it's a roll under system. So immediately becomes accessible in terms of understanding what are the odds that you're going to succeed on a given thing because we're working with percentages. D100 roll under systems are really nice just because it does allow people to know like pretty quickly this is something that I should do or this is something that I shouldn't do. Now, Cybermetal is about kind of leaning into the gonzo and the bizarre and the extreme. So as you do these things, you're going to be inevitably running into fallout. That's a really cool mechanic that's in the game that sort of manifests after every single roll that you have. Your characters are represented by charge. So rather than having like HP and a bunch of different resource trackers, you just have charge, which represents your ability to like be motivated and keep going on. Literally, your physical body's ability to go on. It's the literal charge of the gear that you have on you. It's great that it streamlines the entire process too. This is the number that matters to you, and you're going to be rolling under for using a D100 for all of the skills that you use. Who are you in this game? You are members of Pentagram City, which could be humans. Humans are one of the options, but there's a whole host of different beings that you could be. You could be rat swarms, the vermin. You could be a demon. You could be a husk, which is sort of incorporating a rotting body. The game itself has an incredible array of subsystems in it. I'm reminded of other games that have lots of cogs to them in the machine that once it gets going, the game sort of runs itself in the coolest possible way. Adam has created a bunch of fun little levers and buttons for you to push that you could if you want to, but you don't have to engage with all of it. You could just keep it straightforward to the D100, checking on skills and things like that. But there's so much more in this book that you can play with. Being in a gang and running a gang, doing these wild video hit lists and raids and things like that. There's also more content for it. Full disclosure, I did write one of the groups, the Corvids for the DLC, but it's really cool. There's so much out there for this game. Adam has put blood, sweat, and tears into this, and you can see, and the game is dripping and dripping with the theme of literally a hell war that's fueled by metal music. I cannot recommend Cybermetal enough. I would need like 50, 60 minutes to talk to you about all the cool things that I want, but hopefully I've convinced you in 5 minutes to go check this out. Certainly pick up the hardcover copy if you can. It's really wonderful, incredibly high quality. So go check out Cybermetal 2012, the latest game from Adam Vass of World Champ Game Co. And I'll see you next time. Bye.